Have you ever wondered if someone you know might secretly be attracted to you? Maybe it's a coworker, a friend, or someone you see often. Today we're going to reveal 10 subtle but clear signs that a woman might be secretly interested in you. We'll break down these signs through the lens of Stoic philosophy, helping you understand and handle these situations with wisdom and calmness. Hey, this is James. I'm here to help you develop a Stoic mindset, to master your relationships with women, and take control of your dating life. If you're ready to level up, hit that subscribe button now. Sign 1: increased attention and interest. Picture this. You're at a social event, and there's a woman who always seems to be around you. She's asking about your interests, your day, and your thoughts. This increased attention and genuine curiosity are often strong hints of attraction. But how do we as Stoics interpret this? When someone is truly interested in you, they often want to engage in deeper conversations. They ask questions that go beyond small talk, showing a real desire to get to know you. For example, she might remember little details from weeks ago, like your favorite book or a story you shared about your childhood, and bring them up later. This shows she's not only listening, but genuinely cares about what you have to say. As Stoics, we don't jump to conclusions. Instead, we observe these signs over time, looking for consistent patterns. If she frequently asks about your weekend plans, or shows a strong interest in your personal stories, it's not just politeness, it's a sign she values your conversations. Imagine you mention a hobby in passing, and later she surprises you with a small gift related to that hobby, or she brings it up in another conversation. This shows she's paying attention to the details and values what you share with her. It's often the small gestures that speak the loudest. Also, increased attention might mean she makes an effort to be where you are. Maybe she shows up at events or places she knows you'll be. This kind of behavior suggests she's creating opportunities to spend more time around you. Think about how she acts. When you talk about things you're passionate about, does she lean in, make eye contact, and ask more questions? These are signs that she's genuinely engaged, not just being polite. Stoicism teaches us to be aware and present in these moments, appreciating the attention without getting too attached. We observe, appreciate, and stay grounded. Sign to physical closeness and touch. Now let's move on to physical closeness. Imagine you're at a party, and notice that this woman always seems to be near you. Physical proximity can be a strong hint of attraction, but let's break it down further. Being physically close can show up in many ways. Maybe she sits next to you even when other seats are free, leans in while talking or casually, touches your arm or shoulder during a conversation. These small actions might seem subtle, but they're often powerful, signs that she feels comfortable and attracted to you. For example, if you're at a table, and she chooses the seat beside you instead of across from you, or she consistently finds ways to be in your personal space, it's a clear signal of interest. From a Stoic point of view, recognizing these signs is about observing natural human behavior, while still respecting boundaries. Picture being at a busy event, and even though there are many seating options, she keeps finding a way to stay close to you, making sure you notice her presence, or during a group conversation. You see her body language is directed towards you, quietly showing her focus and interest. Another example is when she lightly touches you during conversations, a small tap on the arm when she laughs, or a gentle touch on your shoulder. These little gestures are often subconscious ways to create a physical connection. Stoicism teaches us to be aware of these signals, but to stay calm and composed. Notice and appreciate them, but don't let them control your emotions or actions. Always respect your boundaries, and respond with kindness and mindfulness. Think about situations where she might suggest activities that bring you closer together, or where she positions herself near you. These are subtle yet clear signs of attraction. Sign 3. Mirroring and matching behavior. Now let's talk about the concept of mirroring. Imagine you're chatting with her, and you start noticing that she's copying your movements, using similar phrases or even aligning her schedule with yours. Mirroring is a subconscious way. People build rapport and show attraction. When someone mirrors your behavior, it's their way of trying to connect with you on a deeper level. For example, if you lean forward during a conversation, she might do the same. Or if you use a specific phrase or expression, she may start using it too. This type of behavior creates a sense of harmony and connection between you. As Stoics, we appreciate these small details, understanding them as part of natural human interaction. Mirroring often reflects a deeper subconscious connection. By observing these actions, we can gain insight into her feelings, but once again, without jumping to conclusions. Imagine you're talking about your favorite coffee shop, and out of the blue, she suggests meeting there. Or maybe you use certain hand gestures while speaking, and you notice her copying them. These little actions show she's trying to build a stronger connection by creating similarities between you two. Mirroring can also go beyond just gestures. If she starts showing interest in your hobbies, like listening to the same music, watching your favorite shows, or picking up activities you enjoy, it's a sign she's trying to find more common ground and connect with you on a deeper level. Stoicism encourages us to observe these behaviors with a calm and clear mind. We can appreciate the effort she's putting into connecting without getting too attached to the outcome. Acknowledge the connection, but stay grounded and composed. Think about how she arranges her schedule. Does she suggest meeting at times that fit well with yours? Or does she adjust her plans to make time for you? These are subtle yet powerful signs that she's interested and wants to spend more time with you. Sign for frequent communication. Another clear sign of attraction is how often she communicates with you. Does she text you regularly, comment on your social media posts, or find reasons to reach out? Let's explore what this means. When someone is interested in you, they naturally want to stay in touch. Frequent communication shows that she's thinking about you and wants to keep herself in your life. For instance, she might text you in the morning to say good morning, or check in to see how your day is going. She might also comment on your social media posts, showing that she's paying attention to what you share and wants to engage with you. Imagine she regularly sends you memes or articles she thinks you like, or consistently likes and comments on your posts. These are always she's trying to find reasons to connect with you. As Stoics, we understand the importance of communication. Pay attention to how often she reaches out, in the effort she puts into your conversations. If she's the one starting the conversation or always keeping it going, it's a clear sign that she values talking with you. Also think about how she responds to your messages. Quick and thoughtful replies usually show genuine interest. Consider the content of her messages. Are they personalized and meaningful or just generic? Messages that show genuine care for your life and well-being are strong signs of attraction. Stoicism teaches us to appreciate this communication without becoming too dependent on it. We respond with kindness and mindfulness, valuing the connection without letting it control our emotions. Now think about how often she starts conversations and what she talks about. If she frequently brings up personal or meaningful topics, it's a sign that she values your opinions and enjoys sharing her thoughts with you. Sign 5: genuine compliments. Let's talk about compliments. A woman who is secretly attracted to you will often give sincere and thoughtful compliments. These compliments aren't just about how you look. They can be about your personality, achievements, or values. For example, she might praise your sense of humor, your dedication to your work, or your kindness. When compliments go beyond the surface and focus on who you are as a person, it's a sign she truly appreciates you. As Stoics, we accept compliments with grace and humility, understanding their deeper meaning. We appreciate these gestures without becoming attached to them, recognizing them as genuine expressions of affection. Think about the difference between hearing "you look nice today" and "I really admire how dedicated you are to your work." The second one shows a deeper appreciation and understanding of who you are as a person. When compliments focus on your values and personal qualities, it's a strong indicator of genuine interest. Compliments can also be about small specific things she notices. For example, she might mention how she loves your positive attitude or how you handle tough situations calmly. These kinds of remarks show that she's paying close attention to who you are. Stoicism teaches us to accept these compliments with a calm mind. We appreciate them, but don't let them boost our ego too much. It's all about recognizing the genuine admiration behind the words. Think about how she delivers these compliments. Are they natural and heartfelt, or do they feel a bit forced? Genuine compliments often come easily and reflect real admiration and interest. All right, before we jump back in, if you're finding this helpful, hit that like button. It helps YouTube share this with more men who need it, and it keeps the content coming. It's quick, free, and it makes a real difference. Thanks, let's get back to it. Sign 6. Nervousness and fidgeting. Nervousness can actually be a sign that someone is attracted to you. If you notice her fidgeting, blushing, or seeming a little anxious around you, it might mean she cares about your opinion and wants to make a good impression. Nervousness can show up in different ways, like playing with her hair, fidgeting with her hands, or blushing when you talk to her. These signs can indicate that she's feeling a little anxious because she values what you think. From a Stoic perspective, we observe these signs with kindness and understanding. Attraction can make anyone feel nervous, and by noticing these cues, we can respond in a way that helps her feel more at ease. Imagine you're at a social event, and you notice she seems more nervous around you than she does with others. This could be a sign that she cares about your opinion and wants to make a good impression. As Stoics, we practice empathy and understanding, making an effort to help people feel comfortable by being kind and thoughtful. And how we respond, nervous behaviors might show up in different ways. She could stumble over her words, laugh nervously, or avoid eye contact. These are signs that she's trying hard to make a good impression, which often means she values what you think of her. Stoicism encourages us to be patient and understanding in these moments, recognize her nervousness as a sign of interest, and respond with warmth and reassurance to make her feel more at ease. This creates a more comfortable and genuine connection. Think about how she acts in different settings. If she's relaxed around others, but seems nervous specifically when she's with you, that's a strong clue that she's interested in impressing you. Sign 7. Playful teasing or lighthearted behavior. Have you ever noticed a woman making a light joke or playfully teasing you? Maybe she pokes fun at something you said or makes a silly comment about something you did. It's not meant to hurt you, but rather to create a fun, relaxed atmosphere between the two of you. This kind of teasing is actually a pretty common sign that someone is secretly attracted to you. Let's break it down. When a woman teases you, it's usually her way of testing the waters, of seeing how you react. She wants to feel out the connection in a playful way, to see if you're comfortable with her, and if you can keep things lighthearted. It's not an attack, it's a way to bond. It's like when you're hanging out with a friend, joking around, and you feel safe enough to laugh at each other. But here's where the Stoic perspective comes into play. It's easy to let teasing get to you, especially if you start overthinking it. You might wonder, is she making fun of me? Does she think I'm weird? But a Stoic would advise us to stay calm and not react impulsively. Instead of getting upset or defensive, take a step back and appreciate the moment for what it is. Teasing is often just a way of showing interest, and how you respond to it can say a lot about your character. Think of it like this. You're at a party, and she makes a playful comment about your dance moves or the way you're holding your drink. Instead of getting embarrassed or reacting too strongly, you could smile, laugh it off, and even throw in a playful response of your own. This shows confidence and lets her know that you're comfortable in your own skin. The key is to enjoy the moment without getting too emotionally attached to it. From a Stoic standpoint, this is an opportunity to practice self-control. You get to enjoy the playful energy without letting it throw you off balance. So the next time she teases you, take a breath, smile, and stay grounded. And who knows, that small, light moment of teasing might just lead to a deeper connection. Sign 8. Open body language. Body language can tell you a lot about how someone feels. When someone is attracted to you, their body language becomes more open and inviting. Let's break this down a bit so it's easier to understand. Open body language means facing you directly, not crossing their arms and leaning in when you talk. Direct eye contact is another big sign. It shows she's really listening and interested in what you're saying. And of course, a genuine smile, one that lights up her eyes, shows that she enjoys being around you. When you notice these signs through a Stoic perspective, you can appreciate the nonverbal cues without getting too wrapped up in their meaning. For example, imagine you're at a party and she's always facing you, looking you in the eyes and giving you real warm smiles. These are strong signs that she's not only comfortable with you, but is also genuinely interested in your conversation and company. As Stoics, we notice these signs while keeping our calm and respecting the moment. Open body language can also show up in little ways, like when she touches her hair, tilts her head, or even mirrors your movements. These subtle gestures often mean she's feeling comfortable and fully engaged in your conversation. Stoicism encourages us to observe these cues with a clear mind. We can appreciate them for what they are, without letting them control how we feel. It's all about staying present and aware. Now think about how she responds to your body language. Does she seem to pick up on your gestures or mirror them in return? This back and forth of nonverbal communication is a pretty strong sign that there's mutual attraction and interest. Sign 9, engaging in deep, meaningful conversations. Have you ever noticed how a woman might want to dive into deeper conversations with you, moving beyond small talk and surface-level chatter? Maybe she starts asking questions about your values, your thoughts on life, or your personal beliefs. These aren't just casual questions. She's genuinely interested in getting to know you on a deeper level. This is a pretty clear sign of attraction. When someone takes the time to have these kinds of conversations with you, it shows that they want more than just a casual relationship. They want to connect with you intellectually and emotionally. It's a way for her to see who you really are beneath the surface. And honestly, isn't it flattering when someone wants to connect with you like that? From a Stoic perspective, we can see these moments as opportunities to practice wisdom and virtue, rather than getting caught up in the emotions of the conversation or worrying about what to say next. A Stoic would approach these talks with calm and clarity. When she shares something meaningful or asks a deep question, you don't have to rush to respond emotionally. Instead, take a moment to reflect on your own values and thoughts. Before speaking, let's say she asks you about your goals or your opinions on a subject that's important to both of you. Instead of just answering with whatever comes to mind first, you could take a breath and consider how your response aligns with your own beliefs. This kind of approach not only shows that you're present and thoughtful, but it also helps build a stronger, more meaningful connection. These conversations give you a chance to practice Stoic virtues, like patience, empathy, and mindfulness. It's not just about exchanging words, but about truly listening and understanding. Stoicism teaches us that the value of a conversation lies not in the emotional highs or lows it may bring, but in the clarity and respect with which we engage. When you're having these deep talks, think of it like a dance. There's a flow between your words and her words. And the goal isn't to win the conversation, but to share it, to connect. And when you can engage in these kinds of meaningful exchanges, without becoming overly attached to any outcome, you create a space where real, authentic connections can thrive. So next time you're in one of these deeper conversations, notice how you feel. Are you able to remain calm and composed? Or do you get swept up in emotions? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you navigate these kinds of conversations. Remember, it's not about impressing her with your answers, but about being genuinely yourself and fostering that deeper connection. Sign 10, increased availability and willingness to help. Have you ever noticed how someone might start making themselves more available when they're interested in you? Whether it's offering a helping hand with a simple task, or stepping up when you're going through a tough time. It's not just about being nice. It's about showing they genuinely care. If she starts going out of her way to help you, it's a strong sign that she values your presence in her life and wants to be there for you, even in the smallest ways. For example, let's say you're working on a project, and she offers to help you organize or gather materials. Or maybe you're having a rough day and she checks in with you, offering emotional support without you asking. These gestures aren't just random acts of kindness. They show she's thinking about you, and she wants to make your life a little easier or happier. From a Stoic perspective, this kind of support is valuable. But we need to remember to respond with a sense of gratitude. rather than relying too much on others to meet our emotional needs. Stoicism teaches us to maintain our emotional independence. We don't become dependent on others, help or affection for our sense of peace or happiness. Instead, we appreciate the kindness for what it is, without letting it sway our inner calm. When she offers to help, whether with something practical or emotional, it's a reflection of her care and affection. But instead of getting overly attached to her support, or feeling like you owe her something in return, try to maintain your emotional equilibrium. Acknowledge her kindness with gratitude, but don't let it overshadow your own sense of self or make you feel as though you can't manage on your own. This balance is what Stoicism teaches us: to accept help and kindness from others without losing sight of our own inner strength. It's about appreciating what others do for us, but still holding on to the belief that our true peace comes from within. Think about how she's shown up for you in the past. Does she offer help without expecting anything in return? Does her willingness to be there for you feel genuine? Recognizing these actions for what they are, signs of affection, can help you approach the situation with clarity. Respect and gratitude while remaining grounded in your own values. Now that we've explored the signs of attraction, let's take a step back and discuss how to approach them, using a Stoic mindset. The beauty of Stoicism is that it doesn't just help us understand the world around us, it also helps us respond to it in a calm, measured way. So how do we apply these timeless principles in real-life situations? Here are 3 practical, Stoic lessons that can guide you through navigating the signs of attraction. Observe without judging. When we notice someone showing interest, it's easy to jump to conclusions, thinking we know exactly what their actions mean. But Stoicism teaches us to slow down, take a breath, and observe the situation without rushing to judgment. This is key to maintaining inner peace. Instead of getting caught up in the excitement or fear of the unknown, take time to notice patterns in her behavior over time. Does she consistently make an effort to engage with you, or is it a one-off moment? For example, let's say she sends you a message that feels a little flirty, or maybe spends a little extra time talking to you. Your first instinct might be to get excited, overanalyze, or even panic about what it means. But rather than reacting impulsively, think like a Stoic. Observe the action, but don't rush into conclusions. Does this behavior align with how she's been acting around you, consistently? Instead of letting emotions take over, you allow yourself to be present in the moment, noticing the details without attaching any labels to them right away. By doing this, you prevent yourself from getting emotionally tangled up too quickly. The Stoic approach helps you stay calm and balanced, not giving too much power to fleeting feelings. This is how we maintain control even when things feel uncertain. Remember, clarity comes from stillness, not from jumping to conclusions. Respect boundaries. Attraction can create a natural pull between 2 people. But just because someone shows interest doesn't mean it's an open invitation to cross personal boundaries. Stoicism teaches us to approach relationships with respect and integrity, which means always valuing the other person's space and limits. Whether she's offering help, making time to talk, or doing something as simple as sitting close to you, always be mindful of her comfort level. Think about it. Imagine she starts sharing more personal thoughts with you, or maybe she smiles a bit more often when you're around. It can feel exciting to sense that attraction, but as a Stoic, your job is to be aware of your own feelings and the other person's boundaries. Attraction doesn't give you permission to get too comfortable or assume familiarity. It's essential to respect the space she gives you and recognize that comfort takes time. When you respect boundaries, you're not only valuing the other person, but also maintaining your own integrity. It's a delicate balance. By maintaining respect for boundaries, you preserve the connection in a way that feels safe for both parties, rather than rushing things and risking making her uncomfortable. Respond with virtue. This is where the heart of Stoicism truly shines. Responding with virtue no matter how you feel. Whether or not you feel the same way about her, always respond with kindness, honesty, and respect. Stoicism teaches that our actions should reflect our highest values, not our passing emotions. So if you sense she's attracted to you, but you're not sure if you feel the same. The Stoic way is to be upfront without being harsh or indifferent. Responding with virtue means acknowledging your feelings, but choosing to act with integrity, being honest without damaging the other person's dignity. For example, if she expresses a clear sign of attraction, and you're not sure how you feel, it's important to respond kindly. You could say, "I really appreciate your interest and I enjoy spending time with you, but I think it's important to be honest, that I'm still figuring out how I feel." This response shows respect for both her and yourself. It avoids leading her on, but does so in a way that keeps your integrity intact. By responding with virtue, you create a foundation of trust and clarity. Instead of letting emotions cloud your judgment, you act in a way that reflects your values, not just your immediate feelings. Incorporating these Stoic principles into your interactions helps you stay balanced and grounded. You can appreciate the signs of attraction without becoming overly attached to them or letting them dictate your emotions. It's about recognizing the connection and being present in the moment, while still staying true to your own values and self-awareness. Attraction doesn't have to lead to emotional chaos if we handle it with clarity, respect, and balance. So now that we've talked about how to apply these Stoic lessons, I want to hear from you. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where these principles would have helped? Or maybe you've already tried applying them in your own life. Share your experiences with me in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation. If you have questions about Stoicism, or if you want to see more videos on how to handle real-life situations through Stoic wisdom, feel free to let me know. Your feedback helps me create content that's useful to you. And don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more Stoic insights. Remember, in relationships and life, Stoicism isn't about avoiding emotions or experiences. It's about facing them with strength, clarity, and wisdom. Stay mindful, stay Stoic, and I'll see you next time.